Hi, listeners of For the Greater Good podcast. Welcome to another episode. Co-host Chanel Tavik.
Hi, everyone. I am your co host, Uzumaka or Jacko. Welcome to another episode.
I've been good. A bit overwhelmed. A lot going on.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I get to go through this last few weeks of challenge and struggle and thoughts. It has not been easy, but I'm rolling with it, trying to figure out how I can best serve the moment.
Yeah.
What about you?
The first 2 months of the year, it's been busy, feeling overwhelmed. Got a lot of things in the pipeline. I'm super excited about career wise. Of course, being here with you is the highlight of my week.
Talking about overwhelm, this sets the stage for our episode tonight because what we find most often is that we set these amazing goals. We come into the year, we come into the first quarter, and there's a lot that we want to do. There's a lot that we also want to take care of in our lives. But then we get overwhelmed, then we get burnt out so fast. And so we know that most often we get into the month of March and we're looking at the end of that first quarter and we have lost motivation. It has disappeared and we're wondering what happened, what did we do wrong, and where can we pick it back up again with pace.
Yeah.
We wanted to use this episode to check in with each other, check in with ourselves, and it's going to be a one thing question episode.
What is one thing?
Yes, what is that?
Yeah.
What is one thing that you have done this year that you can be quietly proud of, even if no one else has noticed?
I decided to take a step out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Try something new, getting into health and wellness, particularly fitness.
Yeah. What was that risk?
So that risk was getting into Orange Theory, being a certified fitness instructor. I'm really excited. I'm still in the process, but I'm really excited because I feel that it's a step that you just don't think about. When people see things in you and you get encouraged and they tell you like, you should just try this out and see. You're like, nah, that's not for me. But I'm proud of myself for being like, why not? What's the worst that can happen? It didn't work out or it wasn't something that I found interesting. But so far, it's been really exciting.
I know you've always had remarkable things to say about Orange Theory, and this is
Yeah.
adding it on top of it. So I'm glad for you. The challenge was in front of taking it on, and you're exploring to see if it works out. Like, it's not going to work out. I think it's going to work out, knowing you and what you're capable of and what you've shared with me that you've accomplished in the certification course. So it's going to work out, and it's along the path of that change that you want to see. I'm glad for you.
Thank you.
Certainly.
What is one thing that you are proud about that even no one else can see?
I have been restructuring my diet.
Okay.
The way that I eat and the portions and what I eat and the times that I eat. I had a little scare a few weeks ago. I was nauseous. I was dizzy. My limbs felt tingly and heavy. Oh my goodness, what is happening there? I'm only 35. I'm falling apart. I got super scared. Having friends in the medical field, I consulted with them. I went to see my doctor. It was just sugar's high. And that was not something that I would have generally thought of.
A lot of us, honestly.
I eat healthy. I work out and I felt I'm good. But it's more of how to structure how you eat, and what you eat plays a significant role in maintaining proper body modalities. So I have been looking at how I eat, and I am looking at how my dog eats as well. So let's not filter through my personal life, but changed in that area. And I'm very proud of it. Like the things I thought were tasteless. And I'm like, all right, we're doing this for a reason. Expressing gratitude for the food coming into my system because I otherwise would not have eaten it. And I'm glad for what it could do for the longevity of my life.
I'm glad you decided to take awareness into that. I think a lot of us, as we enter into our 30s, once you hit your 30s, it is this season and era where we start to become more aware of our body. And I think for a lot of us is when we notice changes.
Yeah, I agree. I would add that our body is making us more aware too.
Yeah.
When we're younger, we feel like we're invincible. We have the world ahead of us. But based on what we have done that has compounded in our body, after a certain time, flooded with that, it comes to let us know that that is not okay with me. I want you to treat me differently. For you to be able to do that, I have to show you some signs that I am not working as well as I used to, or things that were okay to do kind of just slide by me anymore. We have to do some changes here. And As I mentioned, you are healthy, you're working
Mhm.
out, you just never imagine yourself in some situations or having certain medical encounters, and then it happens and it takes you back for a moment and
Yeah.
reflect on what you need to do.
Yeah. What is one expectation you can release this month to feel lighter? You laughing.
Because that I need to have it all together, perfect
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, I can see that.
I have invested into courses, I have
Mhm.
invested into relationships, I have invested into my own personal self. And I cannot have all these balls and tables
Yeah.
spinning at the same time. I have to be honest and honorable with my time and with
Right.
myself and with others.
Right.
I'm overwhelmed. I can't give it all. I cannot meet it all. Some things are probably going to fall by the wayside. But before that, does I want integrity to myself to know that this is not working. How can I do better? The expectation I'm letting go this month
Mhm.
is that it won't be perfect
We'll all be
at one
perfect.
time. But you?
I think I'm going to let go this month as we welcome the new month of March. It's okay if I haven't accomplished one thing on my vision board yet.
Yes.
I
Yeah. We
mean,
still have
I still have like 10
9
more
more
months
months.
left.
Yes,
Like,
it's fine.
you make it and then you want to get right into it, and then life happens and you
Yeah.
get settled in, and then work spikes up, and then all of a sudden you're going through the motions and you're like, wait, so I'm really happy that we're doing this check-in for the year.
Nice.
I hope everyone else is doing their check-in for the year. This feels nice to know it's March. Where are we? Yeah.
It's the end of the first quarter. So it's a perfect time because we're both in that overwhelmed situation. And it's more of just checking in. Where
Mhm.
can we reset things? Where can that rebalance be brought into our life? You still have many months
Yeah.
into 2026 to work on all of these. And I also feel that that is also what contributes to our overwhelm and to our nervous systems always feeling off and fired and ready to go
Yeah.
because there is so much on our plates and we're not giving ourselves that time frame. We feel like we want to have it happen yesterday. So it's just honoring the time that there is, we can still get there in due process.
It's
Yeah.
true. Okay.
Other question, what is one thing we could remove today to make our life easier?
One thing that I could remove today to make my life easier. It's a tough one.
I know.
One thing I could remove to make my life easier. It would be nice to start work at a different time.
I'm taking that one with you.
Okay, one thing I could remove that would make my life easier is procrastination.
Okay.
I would like to remove. Because when you do feel overwhelmed, things keep getting pushed and pushed. Yesterday, I knew that I had some things to do, and I'm like, man, I really just want to relax right now. I let myself relax. And it's like, okay, that felt good. But now I have all these other things that I need to do that. I should have touched on it a little bit, but I'm happy that I rested. But the sense of like, okay, once you feel overwhelmed, trying your best not to default to procrastination.
Fair enough. So what I'm hearing you say is just go at it head on.
Go,
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough. And then you have the time to rest. Thank you for that. One thing I think I can remove today to make my life easier, my brain.
Your brain. The one
I
thing that
know.
keeps everything
The one thing
together.
there's just so
Not
much going on.
garbage.
I'm in that cycle with you of, oh my God, I had this course, I had this I need to do, I have all these applications I need to send, I have to read this. And it's like, I need to breathe. And then I go to sleep and I'm excited. And then I wake up and I'm like, I can't wait to go back to sleep. As soon as I wake up and it's like, can't be doing that. Not my brain. I need my brain. I love my brain. What is one thing I honestly removed today? I would say the bad time management. For me, I feel like if I were to restructure my days differently, I can have a lot accomplished and know that I will have tomorrow to do the rest and not feel like the day failed. You know, good work was done, good things were produced. I'm glad about that. But I can have the other day to fix and work on the rest. So
Yeah.
I would remove my bad time management habits.
All right. I feel like procrastination, time management, that goes hand in hand.
It's a cycle.
That goes hand. What is one small habit that, if done consistently, would change your emotional state the most?
Woo!
Okay. One habit.
Meditation and breath work.
Meditation and
And
breath
breath
work.
work.
Do you use any specific apps? Or what are your favorite apps?
One of my favorite apps.
Or
So
programs,
for
like
meditation, I use Mind Valley.
Mind
It's
Valley?
a personal development website. They do have an app that I use. And for breathwork, there is a coach within Mind Valley Views.
Mhm.
He's a Costa Rican coach. I think his work is really amazing. So I would say that would be the small habit. I feel really good when I do this, when I ground myself to where I am and I acknowledge what's happening around me. Not everything is perfect. I have the moment, I have acknowledged where I am, and I step into the next space with a new mindset, a new energy to embrace it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Meditation and breath work. Staying consistent in the gym, I think, is a small habit. When things just come up, it's hard to attend. I don't know why I'm finding it hard to stick to going to the gym at the same time. I always go back and forth with myself. I'm like, I have to be at work at 8. So it's like, okay, do I wake up at 4:30 to go to the gym at 5? Because Orange Theory has 5 a.m. classes. That's a lot. It's so early. It's so early that I have done it. And I tried it again. I was like, man, I just can't. It's just so early because I think I just need better sleep. But yeah. So
I am with you on that.
be helpful.
Yeah.
I could find a
Yeah.
good time, go to the gym, and I'm like, okay, this is my time.
Yeah.
I'm getting closer.
Nice.
But
What's the time that's working for you?
Mondays and Fridays, I can go to the 6 a.m. classes, and I still am able, because I work from home on those days, so I'm able to go to class, and I still have time to get ready and be online right at 8 and get my day started. But then Tuesday through Thursday is when I'm in the office, and given getting ready time and traveling time, I'm just like, so how do I
Do that.
do that with the gym? So I figured, okay, on those days, at least I know I'm getting 2 days in the gym. So then maybe I could do a midway point. So maybe a Wednesday I can go to an evening class, even though I hate working out after work. I can
know
Yeah,
that.
to those of you that are heavy gym, including you guys are in the gym after work, I commend you, because after the day is over, I'm tired. I want to go home.
That's when I
eat
have the
dinner.
most energy.
Really?
That's when I have energy. That's when I release the day.
That's true. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
maybe if I think about it like that, that would help. But I don't know. After work, it's just like to think about going or exerting more energy. It's like I just want to go home.
Yeah.
But I understand.
I'm with you. I have much better days when I work out in the morning. I
Really?
think I've gone to 4. I literally counted because I'm like, I go with scarf still on my head, and I'm like, they know me in the morning.
There's
In the
nothing wrong
night,
with that.
I go with
Hey.
my hat on, and it's like, oh my God. When they see me in the morning, like, where have you been? They see me like, I guess you couldn't make the morning. So I felt totally judged. I go with those
It's
times
crazy when people at the gym know you and your schedule, and you're like, don't come for me. Like,
I'm there on a Saturday, which I normally have never done. I have never
Yeah.
done a workout on a Saturday, Sunday. And in the last few weeks, I've missed a Monday, and I have to make it up because that's my discipline. If I miss a day, I'm making it up. So I am making it up. Either I do 2 workouts a day, it's either upper body and Pilates or lower body and a heavy cardio. But I do have to make up. No matter what I miss, I need to make up for it. We can buddy on this and figure out a time because I do have to start work at 7:30, but I work from home. So I come back and I need to get dressed to be on camera at 7:30. So I think we can buddy on this and then figure out a good time that can work for us. The day does feel good with the really good production that I have by working out in the morning. I do that now. I have my afternoon to do other things that I
thing too.
right?
Yes.
I know I have that time to get to the other 100 things on my calendar versus using the excuse of saying, all right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to come back because when I go work out, I'm making dinner. I'm probably running an errand. I'm catching a movie while I'm eating. So at the end of it, do I really get back into working? And then it's 8, 9, I'm like, oh, maybe it's time to go to bed. And I still don't go to bed until 12 o'clock. So it just keeps in a bad role. So maybe that transformation is what we can accomplish together.
We can hold each other accountable.
Yeah. We'll work on that. So you mentioned what is one thing you removed from consistently? What is you mentioned the gym? Okay. What is one thing you need to forgive yourself for so you can move forward into March?
That's a good one. One thing I need to forgive myself for being too hard.
Yourself,
Being too harsh. We were mentioning how you had a little health scare, which I hope everything's okay in early 30s, starting to notice some things that are changing, which has caused me to be more aware of my diet, making sure I'm staying on a consistent gym routine. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, but I'm starting to realize how important it is to do something, even if it's for 30 minutes, just to move.
Absolutely.
I think being harsh on yourself and saying, what's going on with me? I don't feel as confident anymore. And to just forgive myself for being harsh.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned earlier, taking a breath and realizing that this is life and all we have to do is make these adjustments and it's nothing to be scared of.
No,
I just wish when you were in your 20s and you could eat everything you wanted and you didn't have to think about all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why do I have to? I don't want to calorie count. I don't want to count my macros. I just want to be able to enjoy a meal and know that what I'm eating is nourishing my body and giving me all the nutrients I need.
Absolutely. I look at all the salad in my fridge and I'm like, every single day I look at it, I'm like, what can I go out and buy for dinner?
Because it's
what I eat.
I just discovered this really good app called Cook. I've been seeing these ads everywhere. They always advertise these meal prep services. I looked into a new one called Cook Unity. Have you seen those ads around?
No.
It's similar to like a meal prep Sunday, but their meals are actually pretty affordable.
Okay. So it's still meal prep. They send to you pre-prep, but they send the raw ingredients
pre-prepped. So you just put it in the microwave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking into that. That's something I'm gonna have to taking it into lunch. I don't have to worry about packing lunch. I can just grab it and go.
I know. I love cooking.
I do too, but it's a lot.
Yes.
When especially just
and it's, when you're cooking for yourself, it feels. I'm like, oh my god, I have the first bite, and I'm like, that's amazing. And the next day I come and you're reheating it and you're having it. I'm like, that doesn't taste as good as yesterday. And you're like, do I still have to eat this for 3 more days? So it becomes, it's a blessing. I'm grateful that I can and not be wasteful about what I've been given. But I'm just like, oh my goodness, can I go have a burger or something out there? But it's all right.
Yeah.
You will share it with me. I love to try it. I'll see what it's about. One thing I need to forgive myself for so I can move forward into March. It's very similar to what you just shared. Like, what can I forgive myself for? It's a lot that I can forgive myself for. Not keeping my word. I have struggled. We're stepping into the month of March and I've done it 4 times. That is almost just 1% that I've really shown up for working out in the morning as I wanted to. So I would like to forgive myself for not keeping my word, for being disrespectful to myself by saying I'm going to do this, and I did not do it.
At least we are aware. So we are forgiving ourselves as we're checking in for March.
I wonder what you're looking at forgiving yourself for. I feel like this is a strong one, right in the center of the one thing. I think that hit the strongest for me.
Okay. What is one area of your life asking for less pressure and more patience right now?
My love life. Yep. That's all.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like I am putting pressure on myself to
not just you. When you are 30 and above, the questions start chill on the questions. Like, can we just let things unfold as they are meant to unfold?
Yes. You know, I would say that.
I love life.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
What would that be for you?
My transition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Career transition. Less pressure on I have to have everything together and figure it out right now. And more patience on as I'm exploring, because I know this year was my year of exploring and being curious. So those are my words for this year. So I think for me, less pressure on myself for being like, my 30s and making a career change, because a lot of people have done it. It's definitely a normal thing, but just being more patient with myself on, it doesn't have to look all put together right now. Yeah,
that's true. There's a theme around what we're talking about so far. The urgency to get somewhere, but the urgency to also stay where we are and find solutions for that moment that we're presently in, and to further discover what is there for us to figure out, get some confirmations on. What is one boundary you could set that would protect your peace this month?
One boundary I could set to protect my peace this month. Limiting social media.
Okay.
Another thing why I procrastinate, because I'm always doom scrolling on TikTok and all that kind of stuff. Of course, that is not the answer, but sometimes you just need that relief.
Yes.
You would be limiting social media. I need to set better boundaries with myself. When you need a mental break for a minute or two, say you're sitting for a good hour, you take a mental break instead of pulling out your phone and scrolling. I can get up and walk around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a lap around my living room, a lap around the office.
Or maybe your exit is like you don't have to go to the car to step outside for some fresh air. So maybe just outside
Go
too.
outside for
Yeah,
a second.
go
Yeah.
outside for a minute. I think that would give me peace in many more areas,
Mhm.
keeping my phone away from my work desk. That way I don't feel like I need to reward myself when something amazing happens or I've concluded something. When I conclude an appointment, I don't have to be like, oh, I just spent 40 minutes, an hour at the appointment. Let me go on my phone and see what's up. I don't need to do that. Maybe if I want to check in, I have moments where I step away from my desk, but set it to maybe every 3 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe every 3 hours if I want to check, unless it's urgent. What is it to check every 3 hours? Feel like the anxiety that I give myself because I'm like, you should be working. What are you doing? So for me, that would be the boundary I can set to give myself peace this month is to keep my phone away from my work desk.
Okay.
To keep my phone away when I'm working.
I feel like that would be
Yeah.
because that way you're not just frazzled.
I'm not focused on it.
What is one action that would help you feel back in control? Not perfect, just grounded. I'm going to steal what you said earlier as a habit. You said meditation and breath work. I would like to get into that. I think I'm going to start doing a meditation before bed.
Yeah.
When I'm ready to go to sleep, turn off all the lights and do 5 minutes.
With you.
That would help me feel more grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is an action that would help you feel back in control? I would like to pray more daily.
Heck yeah.
I think that will help me feel back in control. I would fill my day with gratitude. I would fill my night with gratitude. And whatever circumstances unfold throughout the course of the day, I just let it go in terms of that prayer. A stronger prayer life.
I love that.
Praying once per day. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning or night?
Good one. I would prefer morning.
Morning.
And if I forget, I hope I remember
Do.
like a good intention to ground myself for the day. And maybe that can take the place of my struggle with journaling. I try to do it. And I have this journal from 2025 that is halfway through. That's to tell you how many days I journaled in 2025.
Halfway through.
But still, I'm like, this should be filled. There's 365 days.
Oh, it's specifically for 2020.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was a journal.
No, it's and I'm like, you need to. So I will start it and I'll be really good for maybe 3 days and then I'll forget it for a week and a half or a week plus. And then I'll get back into it. I feel like I'm always chugging up and difficult and feel that I cannot maintain consistent actions and behaviors with.
Yeah.
I feel like if I can do that with my prayer, that will be one thing I accomplish. If I have more time, then I can step into the rest of it, which is I try to journal before I start the day, and then I promise myself to read a page or two before I step out of my bed and go through my day.
Nice.
Because I don't go to bed on time. I'm always rushing for my mornings. So it's a cycle.
Yeah.
We're going to check in to see and see how we do it. Wait for that result. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So, what is one way you can show up for yourself daily that requires only 5 minutes or less?
One way I can show up daily for myself, even if it's 5 minutes or less. With prayer, I feel like I have fallen off with everything going on. It's crazy how something like that, you would think that should be the last thing that would fall off.
Yeah.
But thanks. So yeah, that's something that I'm aware of. But also to be practicing more gratitude.
I like that.
Yeah, just like waking up and just saying thank you for waking me up. Thank you for this day. Thank you. Just being grateful to be able to get up and go about my day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you feel that is important?
Well, I think it can take some of the stress and you start to feel less overwhelmed because it's like, well, hey, yes, I have all these things going on, but at least I'm taking a moment to express my gratitude for being able to do these things.
One way I can show up for myself daily that requires only 5 minutes or less, pick up a book and read for at least 5 minutes. Yeah, I have some new books from Christmas and from my birthday that I have opened, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm working through it, but slower than I would like.
Hey, that's fine.
So just getting to do 5 minutes, that means I can complete a book, soon,
Yeah.
rather than much later.
All right. Last question is, what is one goal we want to focus on this month in March?
Meeting my sales target at work. I will go with that.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Meeting my production target at work.
I think one goal I have this month would be to finish my ACE group fitness certification
Amazing.
and to schedule my test.
What would that time frame look like for you for the testing?
I would like to schedule my test for middle of April
Okay.
and at least use March to finish out the course and take some practice exams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both personal, professional development,
Yes.
at least for
Yeah.
us. And yeah, what is one thing you'd like to focus on this month? For March, you can use as a reset, as a restructure, take a pulse and check in and do for yourself. We know that as time passes, if we don't check, we kind of just get lost in our own selves. And it's very vital to circle back to things and to circle back to where you are and find out what's working, what's not working, how can we improve. I love that we are able to do this episode with honesty of what we want to see change and how we are grateful for what we are already doing, but there's still a little bit of work to be done.
Oh yeah,
and take ownership of that.
Yeah, there's always work to be done, but it's a great idea to ask ourselves these reflective questions, like what's one thing, that was great.
Think of your one thing, follow the format of the questions and see what you would like to discover, what you honestly want to take from it, how you want to figure that out, or do it with your friends, your family.
Thank you all for tuning in to this episode as we begin the month of March. I hope that you enjoyed the conversation, the topic. I know that I did. I'm sure you did
Absolutely.
too.
I did. It was different. I enjoyed it.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at For the Greater Good Pod. Follow us on Spotify and Amazon Music, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube at For the Greater Good -S.U. Tune in every other Wednesday for new episodes, and looking forward to seeing you all on the next one.
Absolutely. Thank you for listening.